Ever feel like you're spinning your wheels but getting nowhere fast? We've all been there, stuck in the mire of inertia, battling the daunting specter of stagnation. It's a universal struggle that unites us all. But what if I told you you could change this? That within the span of 6 short months your life could take a dramatic turn for the better? Yes, it's possible. If you're ready to stop spinning and start moving, you're in the right place. The first step to change is recognizing that you need it. It's not just about waking up one day and deciding to change, it's about being honest with ourselves, acknowledging that we feel stuck, that we feel a lack of motivation. It's about admitting that we're not where we want to be, and that's okay. It's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. It's a sign of self-awareness, the ability to take a hard look at ourselves, our lives, our choices, and say, I am not happy with this. I want something different. I need something different. Self-awareness is the compass that guides us on our journey of personal growth. It's the ability to understand our emotions, our strengths, our weaknesses, our desires, and how they affect our actions and decisions. It's the ability to see ourselves clearly, to understand where we are and where we want to be. But it's not enough to simply recognize this need for change. We must also accept it, we must embrace it. Only then can we start to make the changes necessary to move forward, to grow, to evolve. It's a process, a journey. It might be difficult, it might be uncomfortable, but it's necessary. And remember, it begins with you. It begins with recognition. Remember, recognition is the first step on the path to change. Now that you've recognized your need for change, it's time to set some goals. Goals are your compass, your guiding star. They're the roadmap that leads you through the wilderness of change. But remember, setting a goal is not about aiming for the moon right away. It's about setting realistic, achievable targets that can be reached with effort and determination. Let's talk about the SMART goal framework. It stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Each goal you set should tick off these 5 boxes. Being specific means your goal must be clear and well-defined. Vague or generalized goals are unhelpful because they don't provide sufficient direction. Measurable means you must be able to track your progress and know when you've achieved your goal. If you can't measure it, how will you know when you've reached it? Achievable refers to making sure the goal is within your reach. It's good to aim high, but setting an impossible goal can be demotivating. Think of it as setting a high jump bar. You want it to be a challenge, but not so high that you'll never clear it. Relevant means your goal should align with your broader life objectives. If it doesn't, you might find it hard to stay motivated since it won't contribute to your overall direction. Finally, time-bound. Every goal needs a deadline. It creates a sense of urgency and gives you a time frame to work within. Remember, a goal without a timeline is just a dream. Remember, setting goals is not a one-time event. It's a continuous, dynamic process. Your goals may change as you progress, and that's okay. The important thing is to keep moving forward, to keep striving for improvement. Think of your goals as stepping stones crossing a river. Each stone is a smaller, manageable task that moves you closer to the other side. Closer to the person you want to be, the life you want to lead. Setting realistic goals gives you a roadmap to follow on your journey to change. It's your guide, your beacon in the darkness. So start today. Set your goals, set them smartly, and most importantly, pursue them relentlessly. Having goals is great, but without a routine, they're just dreams. And that's not what we're here for. We're here to turn those dreams into reality. And one of the most effective ways to do that is by developing a daily routine. Picture a routine as the scaffolding that supports your goals, the foundation that holds your aspirations. Let's delve a little deeper into the importance of a routine. You see, our brains love patterns. They thrive on regularity and repetition. This is because when we engage in a routine, our brain can switch to autopilot, freeing up cognitive resources for other tasks. This is where the magic happens, where dreams start to take shape. A routine is more than just a schedule. It's about creating habits that align with the achievement of your goals. It's about setting aside dedicated time each day to work towards your aspirations. And yes, this might mean waking up an hour earlier or sacrificing that extra episode on your favorite streaming platform. But remember, every small action you take is a step closer to your goals. Now, developing a routine isn't a one-size-fits-all process. It needs to be tailored to you, to your goals, your lifestyle, your strengths. It could involve setting aside time each day for reading, exercise, meditation, or even just some quiet reflection. The key here is consistency. Consistency and discipline are the driving forces behind any successful routine. They're the fuel that keeps the engine running. Without them, your routine will simply crumble. So, how do you foster consistency and discipline? It's all about starting small. Begin with manageable tasks, celebrate your victories, however small, and gradually increase the intensity or duration. And remember, it's okay to have off days. It's okay to stumble. The important part is to get back up, dust yourself off, and continue with your routine. Remember, consistency is key. A routine helps you stay on track and focused on your goals. It's your roadmap, your guide. With a solid routine, you're not just dreaming about success, you're working towards it. Let's talk about something we all fear: failure. Failure in its many forms is something we all come across in our journey of change. It's inevitable, yet it's one of the most feared aspects of stepping out of our comfort zones. But what if we start viewing failure not as a roadblock but as a stepping stone? Imagine this: you're navigating through a dense forest, and you stumble upon a river blocking your path. You could turn around, or you could build a bridge. Each failed attempt at building that bridge, each stone that doesn't fit quite right, is a lesson. It's a lesson about what doesn't work, guiding you closer to what will. This is the essence of embracing failure. It's about recognizing that each misstep is a crucial part of the journey, a part of the process of learning, growing, and ultimately, succeeding. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's a part of it. Building resilience and perseverance in the face of failure is just as important. Think of it as strengthening your mental muscle. Each time you encounter failure, you're given an opportunity to flex that muscle, to grow stronger. It's about getting back up, dusting yourself off, and trying again. Remember, it's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you get back up. It's about viewing each failure not as a setback, but as a setup for a comeback. Failure is not a destination, it's a detour. It's not an end, it's a bend in the road. It's not a stop sign, it's a guideline. And most importantly, it's not a reflection of your worth or capacity. It's simply a part of the process, a part of the journey towards change. So, let's reframe our perspective on failure. Let's embrace it, learn from it, and use it to propel us forward. Because in the grand scheme of things, failure is just a temporary state, a fleeting moment that paves the way for success. Embracing failure not as an end but as a stepping stone is a crucial part of changing your life. Progress, no matter how small, is still progress. It's a simple truth, but one we often overlook in our pursuit of bigger, grander achievements. Think of it this way: every marathon runner began with a single step. Every skyscraper started with a single brick. Every symphony started with a single note. So why should your journey be any different? Celebrating your progress, even the smallest victories, is essential. It's not about inflating your ego or becoming complacent. It's about acknowledging your efforts, recognizing your growth, and fueling your motivation. It's about reminding yourself that you're capable, that you're moving, that you're changing. It's the pat on the back that says, "Hey, you're doing great, keep going." Positive reinforcement plays a crucial role in this process. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. The more you affirm your victories, the more momentum you gain, and the easier it becomes to tackle the next challenge. It's about creating a cycle of success, where each accomplishment fuels the next, propelling you forward on your journey. So, celebrate your progress. Take pride in every step you take, every goal you reach, and every obstacle you overcome. Reflect on how far you've come, not just how far you have to go. And remember, it's not just about reaching the finish line, it's about enjoying the journey. Remember, every step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals. Change isn't easy, but it's always possible. Remember, today's video has shown you that recognizing the need for change, setting realistic goals, developing a routine, embracing failure, and celebrating progress are all crucial steps in the journey of self-improvement. These steps are your guide, your map to transform your life in 6 months. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tips and guides on personal growth. Remember, the only limit to your potential is you, so go out there and make that change.